Hey guys, Fish with Faron here, Tip Tuesday. Today's tip, I want to talk about how I research a lake and pick where I'm going to fish. And I just got a couple tips on that. I use a few different things. The first thing is kind of old school, but not to be overlooked. Fishing hotspot map. I find those really handy. They actually break down what you can find in an area such as grass, timber, things like that. They're really good at showing ramps, and they actually have some fish habitat on them, so just don't overlook them. It's a great tool, and that's just one of the things I use. Another thing is I use Google Earth and the Navionics web app, and I'll show you those now. Okay, so this is the Navionics web app I use, and it's just webapp.navionics.com. And so what you're looking at on Navionics is the topo of the bottom of the lake. It also is going to show you, it's got, like for example, it says flooded timber here, flooded timber along shoreline. It's also going to show you the creek beds, river beds, things like that. Shows an old road bed here. All these are things you'll want to look at and look into for fishing. One thing that I am looking for when I'm on here is place of interest such as this right here. And if you'll notice, it's these black lines here are contour lines. And when they're close together, that means it's steep. It's a really steep drop off. And when they're further apart, it means it's gradual. So if you'll notice, this gets really shallow up here, about 9-10 feet, and drops down to 50 really quick. So that's something I would look at while I was fishing or looking for fish, because they've got this shallow water they can hang out, feed in. They've got access to deep water for better protection and whatnot. So that's something I would look at. Those are things I use the Navionics for. It also shows access as well. And we'll switch over to Google Earth. I know a lot of people are familiar with Google Earth and everyone uses it. One thing I do want to show you about it, up here in the top left, there is a date range. And you can click this, it'll change the view. And if you notice that, the little area we were just looking at here, this island on Navionics, is, you can see it now. Obviously the lake got low enough to actually to show it, and that's a big player in looking at areas to see, you know, during a drought what kind of stuff is underwater that you didn't know about. And so I encourage you to look at your local lake or lake you're going to fish, and change that date range on the satellite imagery, and just see if there's anything you didn't know about or you should know about. Take, for example, this spot here. This image shown is February of 2017. Well, there's actually one newer. I click over to it, which is October of 2017. Oh, let me go back to February of 17 there. Okay, so in February of 2017, you can see the lake was low, and there's this point coming out here. I never would have known that was there if I wouldn't have used the dates on the satellite and changed it. If you can see, the latest, which was October 2017, the lake was at normal pool, so that wasn't there. So just by clicking back, and you notice different things that you would have known about. So give that a try. Get on Google Earth, Navionics, Fishing Hotspot Map, look at some different areas and play around with them and see if you can find anything new. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope that helps you. Everyone have a great day.